Well, greetings all. We decided it was time to do a bit of an introductory video because we keep getting asked a lot of the same questions. We are located in Shelburne, Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm Philip, and
I'm Brandy.
we're currently standing in Islands Provincial Park, just outside of the town of Shelburne. We both moved to Nova Scotia in December of this year. We bought property in the beginning of 2024. Actually, Brandy bought the property. But we moved here from New Brunswick, but before that, we came out of BC. I worked for the federal government for 18 years and retired, and they paid for my move across the country. And Brandy, what'd you do?
I worked for different levels of local and provincial government over some years.
We both originally met each other in kindergarten back in, what would that have been? 82?
I think 82.
82 or 83, I forget exactly.
No, it would have been 82.
82. And then
That's a while ago.
we moved away from each other when we were about 10 or so,
Yeah.
9 or 10. And we lived our own lives. We sort of kept in communication with each other throughout the years, and then finally back in, when was it? 2019, 2020, we sort of started reconnecting with each other and moved on from there. Between the two of us, we have 7 kids. Randy, how many do you have?
I have 5.
And I have 2. Age ranges are from 15 to 25. So quite the age gap there.
2 girls, 5 boys.
Yeah. All in different levels of university and schooling right now. One's graduated and she's a potter. You can follow her at Heartwood and Clay Creations on Facebook and Instagram. But we moved out here to build our dream home and to be closer to medical attention for Brandy. And you want to explain why that is?
In 23, the doctors found a meningioma in my parietal occipital lobe of my brain, and it was taken out less than 3 weeks later. And unfortunately, I have an acquired brain injury as a result of that. It has impacted essentially all of my life and forced me to be medically retired, and currently I don't drive either. So it's a change, but there's, as odd as people might say it is, a better level of healthcare for me in Nova Scotia than I did have in New Brunswick. I can't say what the rest of the country's like because this is where we live, and we want to stay on the East Coast. So Nova Scotia has given me more opportunities for rehab services to hopefully heal as best as I can from my brain injury, which is permanent, but brains can rewire. So we're hoping for more of that.
We initially toured around Nova Scotia in February and the beginning of March in 2022. And we landed in Halifax and drove down the what they call the South Shore. And when we drove through Jordan Bay, I guess it was, we both sort of went, this is a really, really nice area. And then we got into town of Shelburne. We both sort of went, well, I think we could both live here. It seems kind of nice. I think more liked it than Brandy did.
and Philip's up a hill from me.
Here, switch sides.
I might be short, but I'm not quite that much shorter than you. And that's better.
There, that's a bit better.
Now you can see more than just my lip.
Anyway, so we drove around through here, and then we went up through Digby, and the Digby Neck was the other sort of area of Nova Scotia that we really liked. However, the differences in land prices between Digby and here was quite significant.
And yeah, the nice thing about Shelburne is it's, at least from our perspective, pretty close to everything, but it's off the beaten track slightly, and people don't really seem to know about it, so it's not too busy, which is nice. That
being said, it is up until, I think, just after COVID, they still had cruise ships coming into the harbor here.
That's behind us.
So it is still somewhat of a tourist location, but it's also somewhat of a bit of a land of opportunity because there's still a bit of a blank slate here of you can sort of do whatever you want. The climate is usually above freezing most of the winter, other than usually a few weeks. But according to what everybody told us, is this winter was an abnormality. But we can grow a lot of things here, and we can do a lot of things. So we will be moving forward on that once we get the house done. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions.
Oh no, you forgot.
What?
We have a whole bunch of dogs too.
Oh yes, 4 dogs and 2 cats. 3 Australian cattle dogs, 1 old border collie, and 2 cats. So I guess I forgot to include those.
Yes.
If you have any questions, feel free to write them. Cheers all.
Bye-bye.